But basically, at the end of the day, okay, it's all about the many times, the many tries you would have to make determines your success rate. It's really a number game. It's really a number game. Like if I have 100 balls, you know, basketball? If I have 100 basketballs here and I would try to shoot it, yeah? With 100, if depending on how good I am, with 100 I might get 10 balls in. That's really good already, right? And probably if you're like Michael Jordan, right? Out of that 100, you might have 80, 90, right? They still, even the good one, would still have some misses. But see, the number of tries they make gives them also the number of winnings, the numbers of ball shooting in their favor. Same thing with our business. That's why I just like to tell you a little tale of two friends. And the story of these two friends, one is a poor friend, one is the rich friend, meaning the one is successful, he's got his beach house in a beach, white sand, and the poor friend lives in some small huts. So this poor guy went to his friend and said, "My dear friend, come on, let's dive for pearls. Let's go some pearl diving. And probably I would get lucky," he says, "and I'll be able to get some pearls so that I could also become rich. But let me dive first," the poor guy said. So okay, so his rich friend let him dive. So he dove, and he saw this, you know, what's this, oyster? Is it oyster? I mean the thing where the pearl is, the clams, yeah. So he took one clam and he immediately went up, and he opened it. He opened the clam in front of his friend, and he goes, "Oh, it's still a baby. It's not fully formed yet." But he said, "Anyway, I'll keep it. Probably one day it's going to turn out to be a beautiful pearl." Okay? "I'm not so lucky," he said. So his rich friend tried now. He got a huge basket. He took a huge basket. He dove, and underwater he took time. He collected. He filled up his basket with clams. Filled up his basket. It took him a long time. He did a lot of work under. Took him many hours. Then when he got up, he started opening the clams in front of his friend. Open, oh, nothing. He threw, open, nothing. Nothing. Boom, one pearl. Oh, then nothing. Throwing, right? Out of 100, out of a whole basket, he got 10 good pearls. And his poor friend said, "Oh my God, you're so lucky." It's nothing to do with luck. All he did, he created a situation wherein he would have more chances. And his chances was with the many clams. He collected as many as he could in a basket. And the picking starts, and this is the exciting part. Where is the pearl? Oh, no pearl. Even if the first one has no pearl, do you mind? Do you care? No. Probably the next one, right? And he's so excited opening the pearls. Whereas his friend only had one clam. And he's like anticipating, wishing for God, for everyone, like praying that this is a pearl. No prayers. He opened it. Boom, no pearl. Frustrated, angry. Oh, this doesn't work. It's really, I don't have the luck. This is a whole different mindset here. And that's what separates a rich person from a poor person. A poor person is not someone who doesn't have wealth. When we speak of poor and richness is here. Who owns money? Nobody. So what makes you think you're rich? You don't own the money in the world. It just goes around. But a poor person is thinking he's poor. Why? Because he doesn't have money. No. Money is just there. You just don't know how to let that money go through you. That's all that happens in the world. The money somehow, you have to open this faucet. You know, just like if you're like in our house, in our home, right? How would you have water in your home? You have to connect to the main pipes. And you put this tube going to your toilet or wherever. So when you open the faucet, boom, water is there. Why is there water? Habibi, because you're connected to the source. But if you don't have connection in the source, what do you expect? Where are you going to get your water? Where are you going to get your supply? Supply is just there. It's not that the world is lacking money. It's not that the world is lacking wealth or richness. It's just that you've not tapped into it yet. You've not tapped into it yet. So Vicon, we're going to teach you how to tap into that wealth so it would go through your house. Because there is a source of wealth. Do you not agree? Is it the bank? No, the bank tapped into all of our homes and collected all of our money. And they promise you, Habibi, we're going to give you interest. And the 1 million you put in today, okay, or 20 years ago, and you retire, is not the same money. And they give you some peanuts in exchange. And sometimes your money is gone, not there anymore. That's what the banks did. Collected all our money. So they're very smart, right? They're very smart. They collected money from everyone. Poor, rich, doesn't matter. Right? And they don't even want to release your money. You have to fall in line. For your money, you have to fall in line for hours just to get money. And sometimes they don't even have enough. Oh, come back. They're even arrogant. They say, oh, shh. We're closed already. How could you be closed? It's my money you're keeping. You should be open 24 hours a day. But that's not the case. And we're put in a situation wherein this is life. We're like slaves. This is life because this is what society tells us. It should be like this. You fall in line. You wake up in the morning. You go to a job. You have some bank accounts. We collect from you electricity and all of this. Even water we pay for now. I remember when I was a kid, you don't pay for water. Today we pay for water. What's next? I heard they're bottling air now. Do you know there are $10,000 containers for air? With some diamonds, whatever they put. They smell like this. They're going to bottle air. How we're going to live in this life? They're bottling everything. So we need to learn how to tap in. So it's not about being lucky. It's all about creating a situation wherein you'll have more chances. How many people in the planet? 6 billion. Do you know when we started this company, there were children born 24 years ago? Yeah? How old do you think they are now? 24. They're ready for picking. So some people before, smart people telling me before, Japa, run out of people already. I don't know who to sign up. Oh my God, that never happens. Meaning running out of people. Every day there's person being born. So those people that were born when I was talking 24 years ago, they're ready for picking. They're just waiting for you. They're waiting for opportunities. Everyone in the world is waiting for some opportunity, good opportunity, to come by them. So don't feel that somehow you're trying to sell them something. This is the problem of mindset. I met people, they would try, they tell me, Japa, there's just no more people. I only have like 10. In fact, in one of my trainings, we were doing some prospecting. You know prospecting? Making a list. Do you guys make lists? Yes. Yeah? So that day we had this prospecting class. Because in the early days, I really teach like basic, but a room of 25 people. All these top leaders before, they were attending my training. Aaron George and they would attend this 30 people training every day, 8 hours, teaching them on how to make lists and how to do this, prospecting, the basics, which I think your upline is already teaching you right now. So I didn't come here to teach you this, okay? Because I lead the upline to teach you this. But remember, in the early days, I was teaching making lists. So I told them to come up with 100 lists while we were doing this. So one lady said, Sir, Mr. Japa, I only have 10. I could not think of any. I said, you only have 10? Seriously? He said, yes, I only have 10. So I took out my wallet. I don't have wallets anymore. I took out my wallet and I pulled a $100 bill. And I told the lady, if I give you $100 for every name, okay, that you could give me, how many names could you give me? Immediately she was like, oh wow, I give you like 100, 200 names. I said, how did that happen? A while ago you were telling me you cannot give me any more names, only 10. So what changed her? How come now she thought she could give 100 names easy? Why? She saw a value in those names. She saw the value. And what was the value? $100. I said, ma'am, you're so cheap. $100 for George, for Patman, for these possible top leaders, you're just valuing them for 100. I'll actually get all the names of your downlines and I'll pay $100. But I have them for life. And they'll be worth millions. I only paid, imagine just paying $100 for a name called Patman Sinatiraja. Paid $100. Would you pay $100 for him? More than that, right? But this lady was not seeing. He's just seeing names, nothing, no value, so he couldn't come up with it. But when you put a value, what happens? She increased her number. She's thinking of her newspaper who delivers the name of the newspaper. Or she thought of, this person who in the restaurant. And she started thinking of names because now she's attaching a value to the list. You must do the same. Nobody should pay 100 for your list. They're your connections. They're your relationships. They talk about relationship. These are people that you build. It's your network. You have them. And this is basically, you're talking about, each person is like especially if you live in India, right? You have your clan, and your wife has her own clan. You're talking about at least one person, and this is in America. In America, they say one American with at least easy has 2,500 people. That's in America, and they're sad, those people in America. Their relative is 1 or 2. That's it. But in India, 2,000 people is like, what are you talking about? Go to a wedding, 7 days wedding. It's like you'll fill up a whole stadium, and some people would be even sad that you were not able to invite them in their wedding. So your connection is already there, and you just don't know how to tap into these people that you already have. And you know what? The sad thing here, that so many companies, so many people are tapping to the network you have, and they're making tons of money. And you're just not part of it. Are you aware of this? So many people, so many companies are making money from the people you know. And you're left out. Isn't that sad? You're left out. Left out meaning nothing. You know, like, wait a minute, I told that person to watch this movie. You know, just like when you're excited, yeah, you saw some nice movie. You got so excited, this movie. What do? Oh, you tell your friend, right? And she tells a friend, and all of these people you don't know, like 2,500 of them, even more, went to see the movie, bought Coca-Cola, bought popcorn, Spielberg, box office because of you. Did you get a check from Spielberg, from Coca-Cola, from the popcorn? All of these people you talked about, you didn't get anything. This is so sad. And this is where network marketing comes. You should not be sad anymore. This time, you say, I'm going to be smart. Habibi, I'm going to be smart now. I'm really going to tap on to the network I have. Can you imagine this was started with this room here, and even more people who couldn't come here today, was started with one person. VJ talked to me, and he tapped into my network. I tapped into my network, and my downlines tapped into their network, and boom, shabang. We're here now. How did this happen? Magic. It's not magic. It's called a connection. And this is what network marketing is. This is the power of duplication. Now, when I saw this 26 years ago, I could not sleep. Honestly. I saw an opportunity that was just so unbelievably amazing. I was thinking to myself, oh my God, I would be like the Beatles. You know the Beatles? You know, John, Paul, Ringo, you know, they have songs. Even now, they're all, most of them dead, still making money. Huh? Why? From royalties. Worldwide. They're not working anymore, still crishing. Every time the song is used, crishing, yeah? This is similar concept. You get royalties from the work you've done by introducing someone to a business opportunity called QNet. But see, your responsibility doesn't just lie in just introducing. You want to make sure that this person would stay and also bring in show the opportunity to others that she would train, he would train. And what are you actually building? You're building your team of entrepreneurs. This is what you're building. So when you think of network marketing, you cannot be thinking of, oh, I'm just going to sign up someone and I'm just going to sleep and tomorrow, okay, I'll be very, very rich. That's nonsense. Where did you find, who told you this? If your upline is here, he told you this, bring him to me, I'll hit his head. Who told you? Did Patman teach you this? Did Aaron teach you this? Who taught you this nonsense? We didn't teach this. Networking is a lot of hard work. But the work pays more than your job right now. You're not just earning money. You have pride. You get respect. You're training people. they become loyal. You know, one thing, I cried. This was like 1 year in our business. And this is a true story, I'll tell you. 1 year in our business, I was invited to go to Indonesia. Okay, by one of our leaders who I have not met. He picked me up in a 600 Mercedes. The time, 600, it's like brand new. And it has the V plate number, huh? No, that's the not C, the E. It was 600. It's E, I think. But it's a big Mercedes-Benz, okay, the brand new one. You know what Mercedes-Benz is, right? It's got the V sign on his plate number, okay? And he picks me up from the airport, brings me to the car, and he said, Mr. Bismark, this is your car. I made this, I earned this from my, so when I got to the hotel, he didn't give me the car. He's just like, Mr. Bismarck, he was being respectful. But it's his car. He got from the business. Then he showed me his house. He built a mansion, really big. Also, the design of the house is like the V. You know what I mean? It's like, I said, oh my God, this guy is like Batman duplicate, you know? So I went there and I was like, I was proud. I never been in Indonesia at that time. Somebody picks me up, knows me, and I don't know him. Picks me up in a car, brings me to his house, brought me to my hotel, and you know, he told me the story. Amazing story. He said, Mr. Bismarck, 6 months ago, there was a Christian-Muslim fighting. They burned houses, my house with 2 kids, and my wife. We had to run away in our car. And we were parked at my friend's house, so we could use bathroom, but we sleep in the car. No money. So I said, so what happened? He said, one of the friend I have who's working in the hotel is a Questnet. Told me, Habibi, if you do this business in 1 year, inshallah, you know, something might, something might happen. So he said he was already out of his, you know, nothing. No opportunity for him. No house, nothing. He was living in his car. He sold his car to join the business. And so when he was talking to me this, you know, my hair was just like, I said, this is amazing. Like, of course, I wasn't saying this. I was like, yeah, this happens. You know what I mean? Like, I was showing him this is like regular thing. But it has become a regular thing for me. And this is just one story I will tell you. So I checked his name. I checked in Hong Kong his name and his TC number. I said, oh my God, in 1 year, he made this much. Okay? And I was saying, oh my God, it was my company, but that day, it made me more passionate. I said, oh my God, I'll be helping people like him. This has become my mission worldwide, to help people like him who had no opportunities. And what are the chances? What are the chances? Now, even if he was like out of 1,000 people that I talked to, even if he was out of the 1,000, it was still worthwhile to get one.